Hello everyone. So welcome you all for the second video of this series, Machine Learning with Python. In this video I will discuss about data types and operators, because when you are making a machine learning program, then you are dealing with the data, so knowing the data type is very important. And we will also dealing with the different operators, so knowing the operator is also important. So let's start. So there are different types of data that is available in Python. So one such data is integer. So integer data we are well aware, and it is the bounded data. For example, you have say 100, so it is an integer. Then there may be non-negative integers, for example -2, 4 and so on. Then second data type is float. So whenever you are having some real numbers, then the type of that real number will be float. For example, say 3.14, 2.0, 1.25, etc. Then another data type that is available in Fortran is long, and long is data with unlimited precision, because in some programs you want more precision, then you can define your data as long. Then another is str. So str is for strings, because apart from number we are having different strings also in our programs. So for example, say hello, or some another word, for example say one letter word C. And strings are usually quoted by inverted commas. So you will write say one inverted comma behind this and another inverted comma when your string is finished. So these are some of the data types. Then you can also classify the data as scalar. Scalar is the indivisible objects that do not have internal structure. For example, your this int, float, then boolean, which you call bool. So in some programs you need to have some decision yes or no. So in that case, this boolean type is important. Then another type is none type. So you have this none type also. Then your these strings, they will come under the category of non-scalar. Sorry, scalar. So these in this category you are having strings. So non-scalar means objects that have some internal structure. Now you can convert these data types into one another. You can also see the data type. For example, suppose if you want to see the data type of say 500, so simply you write type, then in the bracket you will write the number and you will run. Then you can see it is showing the data type integer, and suppose say you are having some say 2.0, and then you will run it, then it is showing as data type float. So then suppose you are having some string, so say hello, and if you see its data type, sorry, that it is showing as the string. So this is how you can see the data type of your variables. And then you can also have some variables, say x is equals to 2, and if you want to see the data type of x, so it is showing integer. Now if you change it to 2.0 and again run the same cell, and it is showing as the data type as float. So any variable you can see its data type. Then you can also convert the data type into another data type. For example, say you are having float, right? Say you can write int of say 2.5. So actually this is the float, but you want to convert it in the integer form. So the Python will convert it, but it will truncate it. So 2.5 will be converted into 2. Suppose you are having 2.7, then again you will get the 2. So it will not means it will not round off, but it will truncate. So it will truncate this part. And suppose if you are having say integer, and you want to convert it into say float, so it will put 0. So this is how you can convert to data type. But string means to convert the string is not possible. Suppose you are having hello, so it is the string. Okay, if you want to convert into integer, say, then it will give some error. So you cannot convert a string into integer or float, but you can convert integer into float and float into integer. So this is how this works. So you can convert say float into integer and integer into float, but you can't do with this thing with the strings. So this is about the data type. Now I will explain you about operators. So there are different type of operators that are available in Python. So one is arithmetic operators. So in arithmetic operators you will be having addition, then subtraction, then sorry, and multiplication. For multiplication you will use a star, and then division. So for division you will use this 2 times slash, and then you will have power terms, means if you want to raise a power, then can have percentage, then there are some comparison operators. So for example, for equal you will be using this, then for not equal to you will be using, sorry, this sign, then for less than, greater than, then for less than equals to, and greater than equal to. So these are some of the comparison operators. Then you are having some assignment operators. So simply if you are using equals to time means only once, so this will work as assignment. So it will assign the right hand side value to the left hand side. Then you will be having plus and this, so it will add the values and then assign. Then if you are using negative and equals to, then it will subtract the value and then assign. Then you can do similarly with division and multiplication, power, and so on. So if you are using these types, so it will first do the addition and then assign. This one is first doing the subtraction and then assign, and this one is the simply assigned. Then you are having some logical operators. So when you have to take some decision, then you will be using this. So for example, and, or, and, sorry, not. So for if you want to take logical decisions in your program, then you can use logical operators. So apart from there, you will also have some other operators like bitwise, membership, identity, but you are not needing them as much as these operators, so I will not be discussing those operators. Now let us move further. So you can also do multiple assignments in in Python. So if you are giving just say x is equals to 10, then you are assigning this 10 value to x, okay, and if you see, then you will find the value of x is 10, okay. But you can also do the multiple assignments. So suppose if you are writing like x and y, and here you writing x 10 comma 20. So now what the assignment operator will do, it will assign this 10 to x and 20 to y, okay. So if you run this, so this x is equals to 1. Now if you want to see the value of y and again run this, so the value of y is 20, so this 20 is assigned to y. So this is how this multiple operator works. Now suppose if you write this statement as say y plus 2 and this is x plus 2, okay. Now Suppose if I want to see the value of x, so initially x is assigned the value of 10 from this first line. Now, and y is 20. Now this, in the second statement, x is equals to y plus 2, right? So now your x will be 22, okay, and not this 10 plus 2 12. So because x is assigned to means you are assigning, you first assign x a value of 10, but in the next statement you assign a value of y plus 2 to the x. So similarly your y will be this, so a value of x is 10, and now this 10 plus 2 will be added, and this is assigned to y. So now your y will be 12. So this is how these type of multiple assignment works. So similarly you can have 3, say for example if you write z also, and say 30, okay, and if you see z, and so you can assign more than 2 also, okay. Then this operator, so this will give you the integer division. So for example, say you are dividing 9 by 4, so you will get 2. So it will give only the integer part. Actually if you will divide by, means if you are really carry out division, then you will getting some. So suppose if you are using say only once, and it will give you the full answer. So means if you want the answer, complete answer, then means in the float, then you can use single slash, and if you want answer in some integer form, and you want to if you do not want this decimal part, then you simply use this double, okay. So this will give you the integer. Now similarly say 1 by 2, so because the real answer is 0.5, and so it will give to the value before that, so it will give you the 0. Similarly say 1 by minus 2, so it will give you the previous value. Now you can also divide by, say you are having 9 and say you divide by float, so then your answer will be 2.0, okay. Suppose you are dividing by 4.4, in that case also, because you are getting 2 point something, so it will truncate the answer, although because one value is real, so the answer is real, but you are having 0 after the there. So this is how this operator work. Now how we will see how this percent operator work. So suppose, so it will give you 1 the, so actually they giving you the remainder, right? So this percent sign, this is actually giving you the remainder operator, and it returns the remainder of the result, okay. So again say suppose if you are dividing 9 by 4.5, then obviously you will be getting 0 as the remainder. So this is how this double slash and these type of work. Now similarly you can see, say, this percent double star, so it will actually be giving you the power. Okay, so 2 to the means 2 to the power 2 is 4 and 2 to the power 3 is 8. So this is how these operator works. So this is all for this video, and in the next video we will discuss about the different modules, because you will be operating different modules. Sorry, you will be importing different modules in your Python programs, so you need to know about it. So before writing our first machine learning program, in the next video we will be discussing the different modules like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, etc. Okay, so thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel.